Hey, Mac, who do we have as special guest today?
Hi, Julio. Thank you. So Jonathan Macaranis, I'm the Executive Director for the Social Justice Fund for Ventura County. And today we have one of our 2024 Social Justice Fellows to share about the amazing work he's doing in public schools and in the community.
We got James Miller. How you doing, James Miller?
Hey everyone, I'm James, and I am a Social Justice Fund Fellow for the 2024-25 year. It's been awesome working with the Social Justice Fund with Mac. This year, I've been able to develop one of my nonprofits, the Ventura County Education Network, and with the help of the Social Justice Fund, we've been able to expand our classes in collaboration with the Oxnard School District.
James, how do you feel about the Social Justice Fund?
It's awesome, the support that we get from people who love everything social justice and they're there just to make a difference.
Yeah, totally. And Mac, why did you think that James' project was so important?
I think James and actually his partner, Nelson Hu, they're working together. They have identified a very simple but profound weakness in our public education system, and they're addressing it. And even though we don't have empirical data to show its results yet, we can tell right away that they are making a difference in the lives of underserved populations, student populations, particularly recognized by low-income Latino, Spanish-speaking populations, and they are helping them with student achievement later on in their educational careers.
Tell us about the program, how it evolved, James, and definitely let's give credit. Wait a second. We got to give credit to someone else who's in this space, along with your partner that you've been working on this. You've had some other folks that really have been supporting, and they came today to support. Like, can we just acknowledge her?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to my mom, who's been one of my biggest supporters, who's been able to allow me to pursue a lot of the things that I'm very passionate about. I'd like to thank all the Social Justice Fund, Mac, all the support we get, everyone in the community, because this isn't just me or Nelson, it's a movement, and it's not possible without the support of all of our volunteers and everyone who have come together because they believe that education is something everyone deserves.
I remember hearing a little bit yesterday about just how the difference you see in areas, like doing some work in Oxnard, being, what school do you go to?
I go to Westlake High School.
Yeah, and that was really fascinating how you talked about the differences in areas. Can you tell us a little bit how your research has led you to those ideas?
Yeah, so I actually live in Oxnard, but I attend Westlake High School nearly 30 miles a day. So every single day, I'm traveling 2 hours
Yeah.
just to get to school and back. And the differences are clear.
Uh-huh.
Having attended school in Oxnard, whether it's less access to advanced AP classes, whether it's less access to tutoring and extracurriculars, there are just far less opportunities just by virtue of the location and where people are born. And I think that having less access to these opportunities is really making an impact in the future when it comes to where you're going to be able to have the skill sets to do in the future or what you're able to pursue.
What were some of the things that you saw as they progressed with their project, Mac, that you found that were really great finds?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I had the pleasure of actually attending one of their workshops a little later in the project timeline. And I observed James showing young students not just how to type, but the proper way of typing so that that you're not hunched over, that you're energized while you're doing it, and also to prevent carpal tunnel syndrome. And then another thing I thought that was really profound was in their debate, where they're really teaching students via the debate process how to speak up for themselves, how to take a position on a certain issue and then defend it and also inquire about it. And it was amazing seeing some of these very young children talk about AI and whether remote working is proper or not. I was like, oh my gosh, even adults these days are
Right.
very controversial about those subjects.
Yeah. And so you tell us about how did they take it when you were teaching them these things? Did they find that they were like really good skills you were like allowing them to learn?
Yeah, I mean, it's a gradual process. I think Speech and debate is one of the big programs we've had for the past 2 years, and I'm very happy to be able to teach it because it's a skill that is not very much talked about, but very important, using your
Mm-hmm.
voice, being able to be an
Mm-hmm.
advocate. And so in these classes, we're talking about wide ranges of topics, whether it's whether meritocracy exists,
Mm-hmm.
whether AI is going to have a good or bad impact. But
Mm-hmm.
no matter the topic, what we teach is the same: to advocate and use your voice to be confident in what you're saying, whether it's, asking for help and not
Yeah.
knowing how to do a problem, or raising your hand in class and answering a question. Teaching these students that their voice, they can be confident in using their voice
I love
is,
it. I love it. Go ahead and speak to the public as if you were giving some of this advice to some of the students that you have. Go for it.
yeah. One often thing that I say is a lot of people in power are don't know what they're saying, but they're confident about it. And I can say here that the kids that I'm working with, middle schoolers, they know what they're talking about and they can be confident at the same time. And having taking the space and taking that confidence and being okay with having your voice heard, you should embrace that, and you should be comfortable with the fact that people are listening to you because your voice does matter, your ideas matter, your advocacy matters. And it's only when you stop believing that when the bigger institutions have power over you.
Bro, first of all, I think we're going to give you an applause right there because this is the kind of empowerment that I think that a lot of different communities need to hear and to experience. And I think you in a young age, I think that you're really inspiring them in a way that like is so necessary. Like these areas that you have spoken of, you're bringing those energies that are not there. So, I mean, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your hard work, for your vision, and also for finding the right support. What else do you feel that the community in other areas can do to help support more of this type of work?
Yeah, I mean, particularly where my project has been focused in education, I think education is the foundation for the next generation, or the skill sets and the opportunities, jobs in the future. And so we've been looking at the gaps that exist in education, particularly with the typing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially not even just the students, our typing classes, we help the parents as well get the
Good.
typing classes,
Good.
because it's filling out applications, it's filling out taxes, it's being able to use the internet to research about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And having that technological literacy is something that is not really talked about and is often neglected. And especially as when I was working with these kids, I remember I had an activity where it was like, let's just research anything. What's your favorite ice cream? How many people like the color blue?
Mm-hmm.
And it's these simple things with these middle schoolers that we weren't able to do because those skills weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
And so working on those skills and being able to fill in those gaps where the educational system has had a blind spot.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mac. I just want you to give your reflection on this project and also open it up for. I think that this is an example of the type of projects the Social Justice Fund wants to support. Correct?
Yes, absolutely. So we want to thank James and Nelson and their support system and their volunteers for making a tremendous impact in our local school system. We are currently accepting applications for the next round of Social Justice Fellows. So please look at our website, socialjusticefundvc.org, for more information later this week. I should have everything up by the beginning of next month. But yes, you could be the next James or Nelson making a difference in our community.
Thank you so much for that plug-in. Also, James, I'm going to leave you with your last words for the public, whether it is something that you want to share of future plans. At the same time, we also want to acknowledge, we heard yesterday that he's going to be going to what university?
I'm going to Harvard.
Oh my goodness. So feel that warmth inside, people. We have great students doing some amazing things here locally, but let that be a reflection on towns all over the country. Thank you so much for congratulations on that. Go ahead and say your last words to today on this podcast to the public.
Yeah, I think when approaching systems or issues that you are passionate about or you want to change, I think it's very scary when you take the first step. Even for my project, it just started with a group of friends, and we just started a small tutoring project, matching only 5 to 10 students. but it's those small steps that really make a difference. So if anyone's out there is passionate about anything, start taking those small little steps. It might not look like much, but that's the path to change. It doesn't start with big steps from day one. It happens over time, and just keep going and keep pushing.
Thanks again, James Miller, for stepping in. Applause, everyone. Applause. Bravo, bravo. Mac, go ahead and send us out thank yous to anybody we need to thank. Thank you all for coming in. Thanks to your moms for supporting you and supporting our program today. Go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, I just, again, want to thank all of the fellows for their amazing projects this year, especially, again, James and Nelson, and also to our donors and supporters, because none of this is possible without your encouragement, without your resources and support. We're going to keep moving forward because justice is an everyday fiber in the fabric of our society. Thank you.